Record kan?
Dia memang automatic record saya rasa.
Oh ya, baru start.
Baru start?
Baru start record tu.
Boleh ke? Tak lambat.
Tadi tak tu.
Okay, boleh tak?
Boleh tu,
Any
boleh.
question? Any question at this moment?
Ya, boleh.
Okay.
Ya, doktor, yang line purple tu.
Yang tu adalah saturation line.
Oh.
So macam
Macam mana kita nak tahu memang kena lukis kat situ ke?
apa?
Memang kena lukis dekat situ ke?
Yang purple line.
Ha.
Memang kat situ, memang ada kat situ. Ni saya lukis balik.
Okay.
Dia ada kat situ, you akan nampak curve. Dia tulis kat sini. Kat sini, tengok kat sini. Dia tulis, mana? Saturated vapor line. Kat sini, saturated liquid line. F point, kat sini G point. Sama macam dalam ranking. Boleh? Okay, from this intersection point, then you use what I call the axis for enthalpy to determine the enthalpy. Just draw the what I call the vertical line throughout the intersection point. You will get the exact value for the enthalpy, which is around 450 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so here I put the range because I didn't what I call calculate the exact point for the enthalpy. Okay, so the value will be in between 440 to 450 kilojoule per kg. So in order to obtain the exact one, so you need to make your own scale to determine the exact value of the enthalpy. Boleh tak? Dapat?
So dia cuma anggaran sajalah ke?
Tak.
So mana of lain.
Yang ni saya letak anggaran, tapi you kena cari the exact point. You kena buat scale lah. Sebab saya tak tulis. Yang ni saya tak tulis yang exact punya. Saya tulis anggaran sebab saya tak kira. Suppose kalau in the question, to answer the question, so you need to obtain the exact point. So you buat scale kamu lah. You bahagi macam biasa lah.
Dengan silangan dia tu dengan temperature kan? Pressure dengan temperature.
Pressure dengan temperature. Untuk kes ni pressure dengan temperature. Boleh?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, boleh.
Okay, lepas tu you need to determine the entropy value. So entropy value you need to find which one refer to the entropy constant line. So the entropy constant line refer to this line. Ini line sengit ni. Kan you tengok kat sini. If you look carefully kat sini ada S ditulis. Sekejap, sorry ya. Mana ni? Tengok kat sini. S equal to 2.16 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So all the line that align with this entropy line, we consider that the data for the entropy. So we have 2.24, 2.32, 2.4 and so on. Okay. Boleh tak? So your intersection point will be in between, berapa tak nampak berapa line dia? 1.68 and also 1. Berapa ni? 7 something nanti. Kat sini. Betul tak? 1.68 between 1.68 and also 1.76. So you need to make interpolation. You need to make your own scale to obtain the exact point. Sama juga kalau dia minta determine the density, you need to find the curve for density. For the density, you kena buat intersection point. The value will be in between 90 to 120 kg per meter cubic. The exact point you need to make interpolation or you need to make your own scale. Okay tak? Boleh tak?
So kalau interpolation tu dia nak buat interpolation dengan apa?
Interpolation maksudnya you buat scale kamu tu lah. Formula dia sama interpolation juga.
Agak-agak lah.
You kena ukur. You kena buat scale. Nanti saya tunjuk slide lepas ni. Okay. Ni case example number 1. Example number 2. Contoh. you have the data in terms of temperature, 80 degrees Celsius. The pressure equal to P saturated. Okay, P saturated. And you need to have, because probably call the intersection point in between saturated mixture. So you need to have another information. So for this case, extra information that you have is entropy value 1.6. So you will get another what we call intersection point for the second example. Okay, so you can determine enthalpy around between 390 to 400 kilojoule per kg. So if you need to determine the density, you need to find the what I call the line for the density that cross section with the intersection point, and make the what I call your own scale to determine the exact point, the exact value for density. Okay, boleh tak? Okay. Also, you can determine the X value. So for this case, your X value will be in between berapa ni? 0.6 and 0.8. Sorry, 0.7. Okay, you need to refer to the constant line for the quality of the steam, X. Okay tak? Ada soalan tak?
Saya still tak faham lagi Dr. Macam mana nak interpolation tu.
Okay, you faham yang ni dulu. Nanti saya tunjuk macam mana.
Okay.
Okay, you
Untuk
need to
X
know
tu-
how to get the intersection point.
Untuk X tu ada dekat
intersection
ni
point
kan?
tu
Apa?
Untuk X tu yang dekat P-set tu je kan?
T-set. Yang tu untuk T-set. P-set dengan T-set.
Yang tu je ada
Okay.
X. Yang satu lagi tu dia vapor kan?
Itu superheated vapor. First case tadi superheated vapor. Yang the second one, saturated
Mixture.
mixture. Okay, how to determine the exact point? Okay, you tengok kat sini. For example, we have, this is your intersection point. So let's say you want to determine the entropy value. So for this case, the point is between 1.84 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and also 1.92 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So the value will be in between. Okay, because this is your intersection point. So you need to draw your own scale where you need to draw call the best line that perpendicular to both what I call 1.84 and also 1.92 lines. So you kena buat satu line yang lebih kurang perpendicular. And that line must be what I call go through the intersection point. Macam ni. Okay. So you kena buat you punya scale lah. Contoh. So kat sini saya tunjuk you kena buat scale kamu. For example, you bahagi kepada 10 contoh. You divide into 10 10 section for the line. So for this case, if you count the what I call the section, so this intersection point will be 5/10. Okay, 5/10. You multiply with the difference between 1.92 and also 1.84. Nanti you akan dapat the value of intersection point in terms of entropy. Okay, so more accurate, if you do not want to make your own scale, you can measure the line. So for example, you measure the line, for example, the overall line, you measure kat sini berapa. Contoh, you dapat katakan berapa? You katakan dapat 2 cm. Okay. The whole line, you akan dapat 2 cm. Kemudian you measure this line. Katakan yang dapat berapa? Contoh 0.5. Okay. So 2 cm represent berapa? Berapa tu? 1.92 minus 1.84. Okay, nilai dia lah. Nanti you kira lah. Saya tak tahu berapa. Okay. In order to obtain the value for 0.5, so you kena bahagilah 0.5 divided by 2 cm times 1.92 minus 1.84. Okay, you akan dapat berapa nilai kat sini nanti. Okay. To get the exact value, you kena campur lah 1.84 plus yang you kira tadi berapa kat sini. Ya tak? Dia pakai pembaris saja, pakai ruler. Tak payah you buat scale macam ni, tak payah. You pembaris, you buat line saja. You draw the line, you measure what I call the line, the specific line to determine the exact value. Faham tak?
Bang doktor, ada yang value calculate tu saat ikut intersection point lah. Kalau dia
Intersection
dekat
point. You nak dapatkan intersection point punya value. Sebab dia duduk kat tengah-tengah tu. Okay tak? Okay. Contoh lain, contoh. You nak cari density. So based on the intersection point, then the value will be in between. Untuk case ni 24 to 32 kan. So sama juga. You buat satu line. Okay. You measure this line. Berapa contoh? Berapa? Katakan 3 cm. And also you measure this line. Katakan 1.2 cm. Okay. 3 cm represent 32. Sorry, sini kat sini. Imagine kat sini. Katakan 1.2. Ada keluar ni. Sekejap. Minus 24. Boleh keluar.
So kalau lah katakan
Keluar cek. Sekejap Saya padam ni sekejap. Apa tadi?
kan contoh kan formula dia 1.84 katakan. Tapi kalau untuk density 32. 34.
Macam mana?
Untuk density, okay, kan contoh kita pakai pembaris kan. Kita dapat 1.2 macam doktor kata tadi.
1.2. Okay, 1.2. Kat sini 1.2. Okay.
Panjang keseluruhan 3.
Okay.
Lepas tu 24 tambah kurungan 1.2 over 3 darab 24 tolak 32 tolak 24 boleh tak?
32 tolak 24. Sebab you nak tahu the difference. You want to know the difference. Kat sini berapa difference dia. Delta sini kat berapa.
Okay.
Katakan kat delta ni X lah. Katakan X kan. 32 minus 24. So 3 cm represent delta X. You nak tahu 1.2 berapa? 1.2 divided by 3 cm multiply by delta X. Nanti you campur dengan 24 lah. 24. Baru you dapat the exact value for the density.
Okay.
So that's how you calculate the exact what I call value for the intersection point.
Okay.
Okay. Boleh? Yang lain samalah. Okay, so that's how you use the diagram in order to determine specific parameter such as enthalpy, density, entropy, and so on. So in case the question asks you to use the pH diagram to solve the problem. Boleh? Ada soalan? Kalau keluar macam ni boleh jawab.
Ada apa ni?
InsyaAllah.
Kita tengok dulu.
Orang tahu keluar.
Tengok dulu soalan.
Okay, sikit lagi. Next. Okay, innovative vapor compression refrigeration system. Okay, if we look what I call the application of refrigerator or refrigeration system in terms of temperature range. So there are 3 types of temperature range. We have high temperature range between 8 to 15 degrees Celsius, especially for the chiller. Medium -2 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, especially for the freezer. And for the low temperature range, -28 to -17 degrees Celsius for the freezer that required special application. Okay, such as you want to keep what I call the stem cell and so on, the blood and so on at very low temperature. Okay, if you draw TS diagram, the medium temperature application in terms of vapor compression refrigeration cycle. So this is your TS diagram for vapor compression system cycle for the domestic refrigerator. Okay. So for this industrial application, the industrial application required large pressure range and also large temperature range for the specific application. So if you draw for the cycle vapor compression refrigeration cycle for large pressure range and also large temperature range, so we will get this blue color cycle represent the what called the refrigerator that used for industrial. So if we calculate the value of W in for the industrial refrigerator compared to the domestic refrigerator, so for the refrigerator for the industrial application will have a higher value of W in. We need to supply more W in compared to the typical refrigerator. Okay, so this will cause poor performance of the compressor that we use for the system. So the solution, we need to use refrigeration process in stages, where we need to have at least 2 refrigeration cycle in series. And the name of the system we call cascade refrigeration system. At least you need to have 2 stages. Okay, 2 stages where we combine 2 same vapor compression refrigeration cycle to obtain 2 stages cascade refrigeration system. So if you look at the schematic diagram, this schematic diagram actually combination of 2 similar vapor compression refrigeration cycle, cycle A and also cycle B. So both will have the same main component where, for example, for cycle A, we have 1 compressor, 1 condenser, 1 expansion valve, and also 1 evaporator. Similar to cycle B, we have compressor, condenser, expansion valve, and also evaporator. Okay. However, for the cascade, the cascade refrigeration system where we combine 2 cycle, the cycle will manipulate the heat released from the condenser and from cycle B and heat absorbed by the evaporator from cycle A, which is represent what we call the process for state number 2, 3, 5, and also 8. So the heat that released from the condenser from cycle B will absorbed by the evaporator from the cycle A. Okay, so instead of we use separate evaporator and also condenser, so this evaporator and also the condenser will combine as a heat exchanger. Okay, so which means for the 2 stages cascade refrigeration system, we will have 2 compressor, 1 condenser, 2 expansion valve, 1 evaporator, and also 1 heat exchanger. Okay, tak? Okay, so because we use 2 compressor, we will have 2 W in, 1 QH, and also 1 QL. So because there are 2 different cycles, so probably maybe you will have different mass flow rate for each cycle. So this type of arrangement we call 2 stages cascade refrigeration cycle. Okay, so if you draw TS diagram for the ideal one, so you need to draw 2 separate vapor compression cycle for cycle A and also cycle B. Okay, in terms of state sama juga macam ideal. So for the state number 1 for cycle B, state number 1 saturated vapor, state number 2 superheated, state number 3 saturated liquid, state number 4 saturated mixture. Same to cycle A, state number 5 because inlet of the compressor will be saturated vapor, state number 6 superheated, state number 7 saturated liquid, state number 8 will be saturated mixture. Okay, so for this case, you need to determine H1 until H8. The process will be similar as when we discuss about the simple ideal vapor compression refrigeration cycle. Okay, so if compared to the single cycle. two stages cascade and also typical one stage vapor compression refrigeration cycle represented by dotted blue color line. We can see that by using the two stages cascade refrigeration system, you will have reduction of W in that represented by red color area, which is good in terms of performance for the refrigeration system. And also you will have additional value of QL. Okay, because COPR, the formula for COPR equal to QL divided by W in. If QL increase, W in decrease, your COPR will be increased. The performance of the refrigeration system will be improved. Okay, boleh tak? Boleh tak? Cascade. Any question about the cascade refrigeration system?
Belum kot.
Ah? Belum lagi?
Belum
Ada
lagi.
lagi.
Kena buat contoh soalan.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so cascade refrigeration system actually one of the approach in order to obtain a higher value of COP are compared to the typical refrigeration system. Okay, if we look at the what called the analysis, the formula involved, because now we combine two cycle. Okay, so there are three cases for the condition at the heat exchanger. First condition, if P evaporator for cycle A greater than P condenser of cycle B. So this is your drawing in terms of TS diagram. So we will have separate line where P4, P8 and also P5 greater than P3 and also P2. Case number 1. Case number 2, P evaporation for cycle A less than P condenser for cycle B. So we will have the pressure for P8, P5 less than P3 and also P2. The third case will be the pressure of P8, P5, P2, P3 will be the same. So that's why in between, we only have one line. Okay, one line for case number 3. So there are three cases in terms of processes involved is heat exchanger for two cascade refrigeration system. Okay, so we will have another new parameter for the refrigeration system where because we use the what I call the heat exchanger, and the what I call mass flow rate for each cycle may be different. So we will have the ratio that we call ratio of mass flow rate, the ratio between MA dot, the mass flow rate in cycle A, divided by MB dot, the mass flow rate for cycle B. And the formula will be H2 minus H3 divided by H5 minus H8. So this formula actually, what I call, we can obtain after we analyze by using the energy balance equation, similar as when we discuss about the regenerative Rankine cycle, when we want to decide the formula for the Z value, Y value, and so on. So the concept is still the same. So we obtain this formula based on that concept. We analyze by using energy balance equation. Okay, the rate of heat transfer QL dot will be MB dot because evaporator that involved with cycle B. So that's why QL dot equal to MB dot multiplied by H1 minus H4. For QH, in case the question asks you about the QH value that release to the surrounding, equal to MA dot because the condenser involved with cycle A. That's why MA dot multiplied by H6 minus H7. W in, you will have two W in for cycle A, W in A equal to MA dot involved with cycle A, H6 minus H5. The second compressor, W in B equal to MB dot multiplied by H2 minus H1. So you need to total up all these W in for both compressor before you calculate the COPR. Okay. Boleh tak? So the numbering of the enthalpy value will not fix. The formula will not fix. Depend on your TS diagram. Okay, numbering on your TS diagram, also numbering on your schematic diagram. Okay tak? Boleh tak?
Boleh.
Ya. Apa lagi? Okay, ini actual So actual you need to involve isentropic efficiency for the compressor A, compressor B. Okay, you need to involve the enthalpy for the actual value H2A, H6A. Okay, samalah. And you will have another additional equation for isentropic efficiency for compressor A and also isentropic efficiency for compressor B. Okay. So the difference between 1 stage, 2 stages, and also 3 stages cascade. So you can see that if you increase the number of stages, your W in will decrease. Your W in will decrease. Your QL will increase. Your QH will decrease. And overall, your COPR will increase, will improve. So by implementing the cascade, your COPR will improve. Okay, so these are the difference between number of stages. Okay, look at the example. So close your solution, open your what you call R134A table. We try to solve it together. First, you need to understand what you call abstract the information given in the question. Try to draw this schematic diagram and also try to draw what you call the TS diagram. Okay. Okay, consider a two-stage cascade refrigeration system operating between the pressure limit of 0.8 and 0.14. So the question already give you the maximum limit of the cycle and also minimum limit of the cycle. 0.8 will be the upper limit at the condenser. 0.14 megapascal refer to the lower limit at the evaporator. Each stage operate on an ideal vapor compression, so the cycle will be ideal, with refrigerant 134A as the working fluid. So you need to refer to the table involving R134A. Heat rejection from the lower cycle to the upper cycle take place in adiabatic counter flow heat exchanger. So you will have one heat exchanger in between where both stream enter at about 0.32 megapascal. So you will have another what we call the constant pressure line at the middle of the process of the cycle, where the heat exchanger in this question refer to the case number 3, where you only have one line in between. Okay. Okay, so in the bracket, in practice, the working fluid of the lower cycle is at a higher pressure and temperature in the heat exchanger for effective heat transfer. So the statement in the bracket just mentioned about the actual condition if in the actual refrigeration system. If the mass flow rate of the refrigerant through the upper cycle, so the mass flow rate for the upper cycle already given 0.05 kilopascal. Determine the mass flow rate of the refrigerant through the lower cycle, cycle B. The rate of heat removal from the refrigerated space, QL dot, and power input to the compressor, total W in dot, and also the last one, the COPR for the cascade refrigeration system. Okay, so you already have the data. So in terms of constant pressure line, you will have 3 constant pressure line and also the mass flow rate for the upper cycle. Boleh tak?
Okay.
Boleh.
Kamu ni macam tak nak belajar je ni.
Okay.
Lain
Kita
nada.
okey, tapi
Ya. Online macam mana? Okay, close your solution. Kita try buat sama-sama lah. Tengok macam mana. Okay. So based on the data given. So apa dia beri tadi ya? Pressure upper limit 0.8 megapascal. Apa lagi? Pressure lower limit 0.14 megapascal. Satu lagi. Pressure at the heat exchanger 0.32 megapascal. Apa lagi? Mass flow rate at the lower Lower or upper?
Apa?
Upper
0.05.
0.05 kilogram per second. Okay. So these are the information given by the question. So first draw the schematic diagram because you already know that the problem involved is two stages cascade. So you just draw what I call the combination of two simple what I call schematic diagram. So we have condenser, compressor for upper cycle. Upper cycle kita letak A
Kompresor dia memang macam piston macam.
Ya, saya dah explain kat itu. Kenapa bentuk dia piston. Kenapa bentuk dia macam piston.
Sebab dalam kompresor tu ada piston.
Yes, betul. Okay, sorry saya sengit sikit. Bukan kepala saya sengit memang dia sengit. Okay. Condenser for cycle B. Compressor for cycle B. Expansion valve. And also the evaporator for cycle B. Ini cycle B Ini lower.
Kiranya yang kompresor tu untuk yang chapter ni je kan macam apa piston tu kan.
Ya. Kalau compressor for the Brighton cycle bentuk ni lah, bentuk compressor, axial flow compressor. Boleh?
Okay.
So combine evaporation for cycle A and also condenser. So this component will become heat exchanger. Okay. We have here W in for cycle A, W in dot because the question asks you the rate of cycle B, QL dot QH dot lagi mass flow rate for the upper cycle MA dot given which is 0.05. Alamak. Dapat cek kat sini lah.
Betul yang dotted line tu apa dia tu? Losses
Mana?
Yang dotted line dekat evaporator dengan condenser. Yang dekat antara A dengan B tu.
Ini.
Mana?
Ini ke? Saya dah padam. Ini MA dot ni kat sini.
Tu HF HF tu apa dia tu?
Sorry, HE. Heat exchanger.
Okay.
Okay, numbering. Macam mana ni?
Ya. Terus satu more. Kurang kira. Ayam pula.
Apa?
Ayam.
Ayam. Ayam masuk rumah. Mana kamu ni? Okay, step number 1 kat sini. Inlet of the compressor number.
Apa
Kat sini satu.
Bawah, the lower. Number
bawah.
one mesti QN.
Sama macam lecture note. Okay, sama lah. Number 5 kat sini. Number 5 inlet of the compressor A. 6, 7, 8. Okay? Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay, kemudian after you draw this schematic diagram, draw the what we call the TS diagram. TS diagram. You buat besar sikit because you need to draw two cycle. Cycle A, cycle B. Draw saturation line. Baru you draw cycle A, cycle B. Okay. State number 1. Isentropic process. Isentropic, vertical line. State number 2. State number 3. State number 4. So you will have 3 constant pressure line. Yeah. 0.32 megapascal. (0.14 megapascal), and the highest one 0.8 megapascal. Okay.
So yang apa tu tak kena dengan apa-apa state lah tu.
Kejap, saya tak siap lagi. Belum siap lagi.
Semua.
State number 1.
Kau siap
Ya.
ni.
Model lah kamu lukis dulu sikit. State number 4. Okay, state number 5 kat sini. State number 5. Vertical line. State number 6. State number 7. Because ideal, ideal. State number 8. So P3, P8, P5, P2 in terms of pressure will be the same, which is equal to 0.32 megapascal. P1, P4 equal to 0.14 megapascal. 0.8, sorry, P7, P6, P7 equal to 0.8 megapascal. Because this is ideal, so no pressure different, no temperature different. Okay, so your formula will be based on this schematic diagram and also TS diagram. Cuma you need to involve M.A, M.B in your formula based on specific cycle. Okay, boleh tak? Boleh tak? Okay.
Sekejap.
Any question? How to draw TS diagram, schematic diagram for the 2 cascade refrigeration system. So in term of phase, you dah tahu. State number 1, sorry ya. State number 1, you dah tahu. State number 1, saturated, because ideal saturated vapor.
Paper.
State number 2, superheated vapor. State number 3, saturated liquid. State number 4, saturated mixture. State number 6, sorry. State number 5, apa?
Macam mana kita
Saturated
tahu,
vapor.
Saturated vapor.
macam mana kita tahu state nombor 5 tu dekat situ tu
Sebab dia inlet,
Ideal.
inlet compressor A.
Oh.
Sama dengan inlet compressor B. Fasa dia sama. Cuma position dekat lain. Pressure dia lain. Kan bentuk dia cycle macam sama kan? Ni. Bentuk dia sama kan? Faham tak?
Faham.
Okay. State number 6, superheated. Superheated vapor. State number 7, saturated liquid. State number 8, saturated mixture. Okay. So all this information enough to determine what I call the enthalpy from H1 until H4. Sorry, H8. Okay, baru you buat jawab satu-satu lah. Boleh tak? Okay, tengok state
Boleh.
number 1. You cari saja state number 1. P1 equal to berapa? P1.
P1 equal to
P1 0.14.
0.14 megapascal. Temperature tak ada, but you know that phase
superheated.
saturated bukan?
Saturated vapor.
Saturated vapor. So table, you need to refer to table saturated R134A table, where H1 equal to HF at 0.14 megapascal. Okay, cari juga S1. S1 equal to, sorry, SG bukan SF, SGG. Sebab saturated vapor. SG at 0.14 megapascal. Cari. You cari.
Ya betul. Sebenarnya bila kita tengok kat sini saturated vapor kan.
Saturated vapor.
Okey, 0.14 tu dia ada. Kita ada nak tengok terus direct H dia kan, HG kan.
HG.
HG.
Cari HG. Direct.
236.04.
2, 3, 6.
0.04.
04.
Okay. S.
S 0.9322.
S 0.9322.
Okay. Settle state number 1. Any question about state number 1? Yang lain? Soalan tak?
Okey.
Okey ya. Jangan ada 3 orang je. Okey, yang lain mana?
Okay.
Ya. Okay, state number 2. Tengok state number 2. Okey tak?
Betul.
Boleh proceed state number 2 tak ni? Yang lain?
Boleh.
Macam ada 3 orang je lah kelas ni.
Okey.
Okay ya. So P2.
Boleh doktor, boleh.
P2 you tengok P2. What is the value for P2?
0.32.
0.32 megapascal. Apa lagi information given?
S1 equal to S2.
S2 equal to S1 equal to 0.9322 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Apa lagi? Superheated. Phase is superheated vapor. So you need to refer to table. Table superheated vapor R134A. Determine H2.
Interpolate.
H2. So you need to refer to the value of entropy and also the pressure. Interpolation with enthalpy column or enthalpy data. So you need to make interpolation.
Betul? So kalau kat sini kan kita nak buat interpolate antara H tu kan dia antara kita ni 9.322 kan. So kalau nilai H tu sini sebenarnya yang antara dia kan ada kosong kan. Kosong temperature dia kosong tapi dia dash maksudnya kosong lah tu.
Ya.
Maksud tak ada lah. Value dia tak ada lah. Cumanya kau kena ambil yang atas lah. Kau kena ambil saturated punya value.
Sekejap kita tengok. Saturated aspirated.
Aspirated. Dia ada dash kat tu.
0.32 ada ke?
Pressure ada.
Sekejap. 0.32. S dia berapa? 0.9322
0.9322.
Oh. Okay, so for this case, dia ada dash kat situ kan? So you need to refer data atas lagi.
0.9177 lah.
Yang atas tu. So between 0.9177, 0.9427, interpolation between with the enthalpy value 248.66 and also 255.65 and do.
Dapat 252.71.
252.71. Okay, boleh. Boleh tak? Okay, state number 2.
Dia bawah 255.71. 252.
Any question about state number 2? State number 2. Okay, state number 3. Kalau tak ada soalan, state number 3. Okay, P3 equal to berapa? P3. Pressure P3.
0.32.
Okay, 0.32 megapascal. Apa lagi? Data given.
State.
Okay, state, phase. Apa?
Saturated liquid.
Saturated liquid. So which table we need to refer to?
Saturated liquid.
Table saturated
134.
R134A. Okay. So determine H3 where H3 equal to H apa?
HF.
HF at 0.32 megapascal. Cari.
53.31.
53.31 kilojoule per kg. Okay, done. State number 3. Okay tak?
S perlu ke doktor?
Apa?
S. Entropy.
S tak perlu because tak ada isentropic process kat situ.
Tak sama kan?
S required just for when the process involved is isentropic, especially at the compressor lah. Kat lain tu tak ada.
Faham.
Okay, state 4. You tengok state number 4.
Saturated mixture.
Okay, P4 equal to 0.14 megapascal. Phase saturated mixture. However, the process involved with throttling. Tak perlu cari. So, H4 equal to
Sama dengan
H3. So, directly take the value of H3, which is also equal to H4. Okay. Okay, same process for cycle A. Okay, tengok. Dah, boleh tak? Ada soalan tak? Any question about state number 1 to state number 4? For cycle B?
Statement 4 tu sebab apa kita ambil H3 4 equal to H3 ke tadi?
Sebab the process involved with throttling process in expansion valve kat sini. Karakteristik dia adalah H4 equal to H3 kat expansion valve. Dekat kalau cycle A, H7
equal to
H8 for expansion valve. Okay, state number 5, similar as state number in term of process, how to determine the H value, sama dengan state number 1. Okay, so P5 equal to pressure berapa? 0.32 megapascal. Phase saturated vapor. Kan, yang tu saja kan? Okay, so table refer to saturated R134A. You cari H5 equal to Hg. Now the pressure is different. Determine also S5, Sg. Apa tadi? H5?
248.66.
S5?
0.9177.
0.91?
77.
Okay tak? State number 5.
Okay.
State number 6. Sama.
S sama.
Sama macam state number 2. So pressure berapa? P6
0.8
megapascal S6 equal to S5. Kan? Okay. Phase superheated vapor. So determine by using superheated water table, determine H6.
0.8.
Kau belajar bunyi periuk kat dapur ni. Ha? Masa belajar ni lah kau nak makan. Saya pun tak makan tengah hari lagi ni.
Doktor. Doktor,
Doktor 0.8 tak ada.
Ada
Kita
lah.
kena buat kerja sendiri.
Ada lah superheated.
Superheated 0.8.
Ada.
Ada lah.
Page 11.
Vapor.
0.8.
Ada.
Ada. 0.80.
Ada. Sorry.
Ya.
Kita dapat 267.58. Page 6.
267.
58.
Okey. Yang lain check clear tak state number 6?
Clear doktor.
Clear. Saya nak panggil 2-3 orang ni, ada tak nama dia? Amar ada tak? Amar ada tak? Amar tak ada. Arvin ada tak? Arvin. Anusha. Mana kau pergi? Ada, nasib baik ada. Siapa lagi Fitria, ada Fitria.
Saya.
Nasib baik. Okey. Yang lain apa lagi? Zamzam. Saya cari durian, Zamzam. Ada tak? Ada. Ramadan, ada Ramadan. Okey. Okey, boleh?
Doktor, ada doktor.
Lambat je jawab. Kat dapur Okey, state 7. Tengok state 7. Sama je ni. Malah nak ulang. State 7. Okey, state 7. Apa tadi? State 7. Phase.
0.8.
Okey, sorry.
Phase.
P7 0.8 megapascal. Phase sama je. Saturated liquid. Okay, you determine H7 equal to HF at 0.8 megapascal.
93.42.
43.42 kilojoule per kg. Senang saja. Okay. State 8.
H7 sama H8.
H8 equal to H7. Settle. Okay. After you already determine all H1 until H8, then you answer the question. Okay. So after you determine H1 until H8, already 70% already done for your solution. Barulah you jawab question A, B, C. Okay, apa soalan dia? Okay, question number A.
So cari flow rate lower cycle. Mass flow rate. Dia nak cari M dot untuk lower cycle.
Okay, mass flow rate. MB
MB.
Okay, the question asks you to determine MB dot. So you need to use the formula involved with the heat exchanger. Formula dia apa tadi? M A dot divided by MB dot equal to H berapa?
H2 tolak H3.
H2 tolak H3.
Bawah?
H5 tolak H8.
Okay. So you just substitute all the value, nanti you akan dapat m dot a m dot b m dot b equal to H5 minus H8 divided by H2 minus H3 multiply by MA dot. Nanti you dapat lah.
Doktor, macam mana kita nak tahu M dot tu position dia, memang dia yang ni fix kan formula dia?
Formula dia?
Memang
Formula
fix
dia, you kena daripada from the schematic diagram ni, you tengok di sini. Sekejap. Ini. Okay, saya tunjuk sikit Okay, you ambil schematic diagram tadi. State 5 ke sini kan? Sorry, terbalik. State 8. State berapa dah? State 2. State 3 kan? Sudah? Okay, you implement yang ni. E mass in. Total E mass in. Total E mass out. Okay, tengok sini. M dot A. M dot B. M dot 5. Sorry, yang masuk apa? M dot 8 H8 plus M dot 2 H2 equal to out M dot 5 H5 plus M dot 3 H3. Betul tak? Betul tak? M dot 8 equal to MA dot M dot 2 MB dot M dot 5 also MA dot M dot 3 M dot 3 MB dot. Nanti you rearrange the equation, nanti you akan dapat the specific equation for the mass flow ratio. Okay tak?
Okay.
Yeah. So basically dia analyze by using energy balance equation, because no W in, no W out, no Q in, no Q out. The remaining term only mass flow rate. Okay, that's why you ada MH in, MH out total. Okay. Next question apa?
Syafiq, kau dapat jawapan berapa?
Ya.
Saya dapat 0.4. 0.04. 0.04.
0.04. Satu.
Satu lah. 0.08.
0.04.098.
Yes.
Okay, boleh apa? Berapa dapat?
0.04.
0.04.
M dot B 0.04 kilogram per second. Okay. Macam mana buat page baru
Insert.
Ni sebelah ni. Okay. Soalan lagi? Apa soalan dia?
Soalan dia rate of heat removal.
Heat removal from refrigerated space kan? So,
Q dot out.
L.
Okay.
Jangan Q out. Q out tu adalah removal to the surrounding. So Q.
Oh. The QL, Q out lain doktor.
Q out tu sama QH.
Oh.
So M dot B multiply by H berapa kat bawah tu?
Bawah ya. Bawah H8 dengan H5.
H8 tolak H5 betul ke?
Untuk
Cycle B.
lebih
Cycle B.
4 tolak 1.
4
tolak
1.
1.
Dapat dah jawapan dia. Apa lagi? Satu lagi? Apa lagi?
Power input to the compressor.
Okay, power input W in total. Sama juga W in A plus W in B. M dot A because cycle A, M dot A. H berapa ni? H 56. 6 H5 plus MB dot because cycle B. H2 H1. Tak? You kira nanti you dapat.
Siap betul. Equation 4 tolak H1 kan.
Ya. Tengok
Tapi
dapat negatif.
dapat negatif betul?
Terbalik. Maknanya formula kamu H1 tolak H4.
Okey.
Oh. Boleh.
So H1 tu saturated vapor, H4 tu saturated mixture. Energy from saturated vapor greater than energy from saturated mixture.
So QI dapat 7.31.
7.31 unit
kilowatt.
Okay.
Sama.
Ini make sure MA dot
Tu W
0.
in apa tu?
Ya,
Yang tu W in total
W in total. MA tadi berapa? 0.04 ke 0.05?
0.05.
5. Okay, MB 0.04. Pak?
Ya.
Berapa? W in total.
Satu poin 61.
Ni. Betul. Kopi.
Ya.
kosong.
4.540.
Jarak 100 saja.
Okay, COPR tak ada unit without any unit. Which mean 1 unit of power, 1 kilowatt of power input, you will have 4.54 kilowatt of heat absorbed from the refrigerated space. Okay. Without any question about the example, cascade.
Ya.
Okay tak?
Tak ada unit kan? Yang COPR.
Unit. COPR no unit.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Ya.
Ada soalan tak? Any question? For example, for the cascade. Tanya, jangan duduk senyap je. Senyap tanda setuju. Okay, boleh? Dah. Ada soalan tak? Tak ada. Okay. So, habis example ni.
Ada sir.
Ya, tak ada. So, chapter number 5 settle. Okay, tak ada soalan So, kita break sekejap. Kita start balik. Boleh, 3.45. 3.45. With chapter number 6. Intro of chapter number 6. Boleh tak?
Boleh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Session
sir.
2 at 3.45.
Okay, Atta.
Okay, attendant punya password. Password dia apa? Tak tahu password ni. Password dia sikit. Mana tulis ni? Okay, attendant password. Empat, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ini lah password dia. Boleh. Attendance 5 minit je saya bagi. Nanti yang tak datang pun tanda attendance.
Okay, Atta.
Okay. Dari si attendance dia boleh dismiss. Nanti masuk link lain. 3.45. 3.45.
Okay, Atta.
Baik doktor.
Okay, masuk, Atta.
Terima kasih doktor.
Sama.